What's up everyone, my name's MarkHawk, and today we're doing a side-by-side comparison with the GoPro HERO3 Plus Black Edition along with Sony's new AS30V. Let's check it out. What's up everyone, my name's MarkHawk, and today we're doing a side-by-side comparison with the GoPro HERO3 Plus Black Edition along with Sony's new AS30V. Let's check it out.
Drum going around like bom bom bom. I'm the guy with the bass and drum going around like bom bom bom. What's grooving? I'm moving. I like your style of lumping. I'm the guy with the bass and drum going around like bom bom bom. With the bass and drum going around like bom bom bom. What's grooving? I'm moving. I like your style of lumping.
On the left we have GoPro HERO3 Plus Black Edition filming at 2.7K 30 frames a second, while the Sony HDR-AS30V is filming at 1920 by 1080p at 30 frames a second. These are both of these cameras' maximum resolution at 30 frames per second. The HERO3 Plus Black Edition is also filming in Protunes mode, which allows us to basically color correct it afterwards with a lot more flexibility. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn off Sony's HDR-AS30V for a second here and go over some examples of this. So with logarithmic footage, you have more control over your blacks, your whites, you just have more control in post-production to grade your footage properly. So what I've gone and done is I've created a few different color profiles here that we can check out. Now this color profile I tried to match Sony's HDR-AS30V's default color profile as best as I could. It's just a quick color profile I threw together in 5 minutes to sort of compare what we can do with the HERO3 Plus Black Edition against the Sony HDR-AS30V. Now since we're filming at such a higher resolution, we're going to have a lot more detail as opposed to Sony's HDR-AS30. When we start to zoom into these shots here, we're going to zoom in on that house right in the center of the screen, and you're going to see on the HERO3 Plus Black Edition it stays nice and crisp, while on the Sony HDR it gets super muddy. It's almost unrecognizable as even a house. On top of being super muddy, the grain is also really out of control. So both the HERO3 Plus Black Edition and the Sony HDR-AS30V are shooting out roughly 12 megapixel photos. So what does that really mean? What is the quality difference? Well, here we're looking at the HERO3 Black Edition, and it kind of looks like we have a nice nuclear blast going off beyond Glendale and Hollywood. But when we switch over to the Sony HDR-AS30V, we pretty much have a nice little meteor strike happening in the distance beyond Hollywood and Glendale. Again, nuclear strike, meteor strike. Both are fairly disappointing, but in better conditions will give you better results. These were unfortunately the only two I got side by side. So here's roughly what the size difference is in the two photos. Again, they're both 12 megapixel photos. They're not far off. The Sony offers you a little more space on the sides, while the HERO3 Black offers you a little more at the top and bottom. I wanted to bring up a brief issue I had with the Sony HDR-AS30V a few times while filming. Now you're going to look at this shot and you're going to see pretty much nothing out of the ordinary. But if you look at that tree in the upper left, it's slightly moving. My camera is locked down and steady. What's happening is I have the stabilizer turned on by accident, and every time I did this, the camera would slightly move throughout the shot as the camera tracked the shot trying to find out what was stabilized. You can really notice it if I speed up the footage here. Again, that camera is locked solid. And last is a example of how much field of view you're losing when you have stabilization enabled. So the Sony HDR on the right has the stabilization, and where you see the green box on the left is basically the image you're seeing out of the Sony HDR. That's how much area around the box you're losing when you enable stabilization on the HDR. It's really nice because you'll come home with a nice smooth shot, but you're going to miss out on a lot because it's going to sort of zoom in and crop the image. My suggestion is to always do your stabilization in post-production, but that's a lot of work. Not everybody wants to do that, so you should just have a good understanding of how much room you're going to lose when you enable that feature. What we've done is we split this video into two parts. The second part mainly covers low light and night conditions and a few other minor issues you might come across. We also have a comparison of the Sony's AS30V, that's this year's model, against last year's AS15. And we also have a bunch of other videos covering both of these cameras. We have a ton on the GoPro HERO3 Plus Edition, both black and silver, and more with the Sony AS30V. Anyway, you can find those all on my channel, MarkHawkCam. Be sure to like and subscribe. It's the best way to help me out in getting more viewers like yourself to see these videos more often. So, appreciate the help. Have a great holiday. I'm going to go take a few days off now after putting out 5 or 6 videos in a row. So, thanks everyone and have a good one.